Welcome to the chapter Role of Linux, Benefits and Job Prospects under the module Course Introduction and Setup. The content of this chapter are: we will discuss about role of Linux, we will see the benefits of using Linux, and what are the different job prospects of Linux. We will also see from where you can start your Linux journey. Role of Linux. The Linux is used daily from software development to hosting servers for applications like Gmail, mobile application, etc. So Linux is used everywhere. Like if you are using Android phone, then that is also a Linux. And many of the professional developer use Linux for the software development purpose. We will see more usage of Linux in the later modules. Let's understand the role of Linux from the job perspective. Let's see the job prospect from DevOps and cloud perspective, as most of the Linux related jobs are in the field of DevOps and cloud. Let's try to understand the role of Linux from the DevOps and cloud perspectives. The Linux is used by many developers and companies for providing DevOps services, and also the Linux is used in most servers by cloud service providers. Let's see the top cloud providers: Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, and IBM Cloud. There are other vendors, however, these are the top service provider in the cloud space. DevOps overview. Let's try to understand what this DevOps term is. So the DevOps term is basically derived from development and operation. In the development, there are basically two main operations: developing of applications and then testing of applications. On the operation side, we try to deploy that applications to servers, and then we also handle the maintenance. By mixing these two concepts and try to deliver the software in the highly scalable and continuous way called as DevOps. This is only the overview of the DevOps. Let's see the actual definition of DevOps. A DevOps is basically a set of practices that combines software development and IT operations. Its aim is to shorten the software development lifecycle and provide highly scalable and continuous delivery with high software quality. You can read more in the provided Wikipedia link on DevOps. Let's understand more about DevOps. Here you can see we have a development phase where there is a software developer. He then pushes the code in some code repository management system, Git or GitHub. You as a DevOps engineer, you need to understand many things. The first thing you need to understand is how developer works, which software development stack they are using, which kind of version control workflow they are using. Either they are using Git, GitHub, are they using GitLab or some other software version tool. How their application is configured. Are they using automated testing concepts? If they are using, then which tools they are using. And there are many others important concepts that you need to aware. Now you can see here is a development phase. We have code repository. On the right side we have operation phase, and we deploy our code to servers. In the infrastructure, which can be on-prem or cloud. The on-prem means the servers are present in the company office or the organization data center, etc. Or the cloud can be any servers provided by the cloud service providers like Amazon AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, etc. Now, recently there is hybrid infrastructure has came up, which is a mix of on-prem and cloud. Now, as a DevOps engineer, you need to prepare the infrastructure so that the code can be easily hosted properly and then it is monitored properly. For this, you need to have lot of technical skills. It starts from Linux basics, file system, operating system concepts, good command in the CLI, command line interface, good command in shell commands, server management skills, and then network management skills, and there are other more concepts. Now let's see the DevOps lifecycle. Under this, there are many phases where our software or product goes through. The first phase is plan phase, where business owners, software developers, and managers discuss the project goals and create a plan. We do all the brainstorming in this phase. People use planning and project management tool like Jira and others. The second phase is code, where designer and software engineers design and code the application. We can use tools like GitHub to host our application code. The third phase is build. The build tools will take the code from different repositories and perform compilation and finally build the complete application. Like in case of Java applications, we have jar and the tools are Maven and Gradle. Then we have test phase. Here the application is tested using the automated testing tools like Selenium and Cypress to ensure the better software quality. The next phase is release. In this phase, multiple code from different software developers are integrated, and when the testing is complete, new features are integrated automatically to some existing code base, or there might be some bug fixes which need to be added to the existing code. There are tools like Jenkins and Bamboo which are used to perform the integration of code and release. They create the final products known as artifacts, which will be used for deployment. After release, we have deploy phase. Here, the application is packaged after release and deployed from development server to the production server. Next is operate. Once the software application is deployed, the operation team perform activities such as creating or configuring the servers and then provision them as per the required resources and then finally manage these resources. In the deploy and operate phase, we might use tools like Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Puppet, SaltStack, or Chef. The final phase is monitor, where it allows the IT organization to identify any specific issues with the releases which can impact the end users. Once they find any issues, then it will be reported back to the development team. In the monitor phase, we can use some of the tools like Nagios and ELK Stack. Let's understand some of the market facts. This is the DevOps Trend Survey conducted by Atlassian in 2020. You can see the DevOps impact. 61% says it helped to produce higher quality deliverables. Impact on organization. You can say 61% said that their higher quality deliverables has achieved, and there are some other important improvements. DevOps impact on career. 70% said that they had to learn new skills, and 48% said it get them good pay rise. This is the DevOps adoption graph. You can see that 81% of enterprise has already adopted DevOps, and 70% of small and medium business have also adopted DevOps. Now, let's go through some of the market stats related to cloud service. Here is the graph of the cloud market share as per statista.com. You can see AWS is leading with 34%, followed by Azure, Google Cloud, and other cloud service vendors. And the cloud service revenue stand to $217 billion at the end of September 2022. Another stats provided by markets and markets.com. You can see the projected cloud market share is around $500 billion in 2022, and the projected is $1,200 plus billion by 2027. This image gives us the overview of the cloud services. There are on-site, IaaS, infrastructure as a service, PaaS, platform as a service, SaaS, software as a service. Here, OS, virtualization, servers, storage, and networking. In all of these phases, the role of Linux is very, very important. Here is the picture of the Linux offering by AWS. AWS offers Amazon Linux, CentOS, Debian, Ubuntu, and other Linux types. Now let's see the benefits of using Linux. Since Linux is open source, the source code is freely available and it is easily customizable. We can also customize it as per our client and sell it. It is more secure than other operating system like Windows. Every program in Linux need authorization through password to get executed, even the virus as well. It provides high performance on various networks and infrastructure, whether it is desktop, mobile, or data centers. There are many more benefits. You can read in the link provided below. Now, let's come to the main part of this chapter, Linux job prospect. It's a booming market as the market share is increasing. There is a diverse job opportunities which we will see in the later slide. One can have offline and remote jobs. It offers higher salary than other software development jobs. Let's see some of the job roles. One of the common job role is system administrator, then system engineer, network engineer, Linux engineer, DevOps engineer, cloud engineer, software engineer, technical support engineer, and then site reliability engineer. And there are many other roles. This is the DevOps job trend as per indeed.com, which is one of the popular job portal. This graph shows the DevOps job salary city-wise. You can see the salary range of New York and San Francisco. This shows job role wise salary. And if you go to indeed.com and search Linux, you can find many jobs. From the previous slides, we understood that there is a great job prospect in DevOps or cloud. However, you might have question where to start our career journey in DevOps or cloud. This is the overview of DevOps engineer path. You need to learn Linux first, then understand DevOps principle, then learn DevOps related tools, then understand cloud provider platforms, then use the DevOps principle, tools, and cloud provider to perform the jobs. This is the overview of cloud engineer path. You learn Linux, then learn Docker, then learn Kubernetes, then understand cloud provider platforms, Then use the cloud technology knowledge, tools, and cloud provider platforms to do the jobs. Suppose this is you, then to become a good cloud engineer, you need to have some development skills like programming and scripting. You need to have the skills of Linux Basic, File System OS, good command in CLI, shell commands, Git and GitHub knowledge, Docker, Kubernetes, and there are others like cloud provider platform knowledge. This is one of the Linux fundamental course which is free and offered by Linux Foundation. You can go to this link and learn Linux by yourself, or you can join my courses or bootcamp. Few of my courses are here. You can see Bash, then container fundamental with Dockers, getting started with Linux. There are Git and GitHub, DevOps and cloud, and then introduction to Linux. These all are lab basis, and then there is finally Kubernetes 101. These all are lab based. You will get lab along with the courses. You can find more details about these courses in dhanusir.com/courses. I am also starting Cloud Engineer Bootcamp, which is industry and job focused. It will be minimum 3 months. The first month is Linux and shell scripting. The second month is Git GitHub, overview of DevOps and cloud. The third month is container fundamentals, Kubernetes, and interview preparation. These all are lab based courses, and you get expert mentoring from me. Seats are limited, only 15 considered, and this is only for the serious students who want to make their career in DevOps or cloud. To get more updates about all my courses, free or paid, bootcamp, or other important notification, subscribe to my channel through this link. Thanks for watching.